Previously on Oh My God, This Week Was For The Win. Welcome back to another pulse-pounding edition of Oh My God, This Week Was For The Win.
Yeah, Luke.
I'm your host, Luke Brown. You might remember me from Hadco Games, All Sorts of Sports, and that dream where you see me standing in sun god robes on the top of a pyramid with a bunch of naked women screaming and throwing pickles at me.
Huh? Pickles?
Am I the only one who has that dream?
Yes.
All right then, moving on. Several Gamestops in California attempted a radical new type of marketing last week. In order to remind people about New Year's resolutions they'd probably already given up on, employees at the retailer donned fat suits in an effort to promote the purchase of active video games. Instead of wearing their traditional collared shirt and slacks so many employees grow to loathe, workers that day put on t-shirts emblazoned with the phrase, "Don't end up like me." Though it is unclear if the message they were trying to get across was don't end up a soulless douchebag counter jockey, or don't end up overweight.
Or both.
Though if it was the latter, GameStop may have wanted to go with a more subtle phrase like, I don't know, no fatties.
Ooh.
I'm only kidding, I promise. Honestly, I haven't seen a marketing plan this poor since McDonald's short-lived I'd Hit It campaign. Nothing like promoting carnophilia to generate interest in cheeseburgers. I didn't say I'm loving it. Early last week, IGN reported that a source close to Sony had some details on an updated version of the PSP.
Ooh.
Supposedly, the new version of the handheld would include a wider screen and make use of multi-touch a la the iPhone for menus and in games. Before fanboy salivations could dry, Sony slapped IGN in the dick and set the record straight. What we thought to be credible websites are making up stories about PSP2 and how it allows you to teleport across the globe, travel through time, and will be powered by the horns of baby rhinoceroses.
Someone called PETA.
Whoa. It saddens me to inform you that IGN is now in the hospital with serious burns. We here at Gamervision want to send our wishes and hopes of a speedy recovery, but also invite users of IGN to come over to Gamervision in the meantime.
Yeah.
We promise not to break your tiny little fanboy hearts with lies.
Only with love.
You break my heart, Luke.
Every morning. And what I can only hope is a wonderful prank being played on the students at UCal Berkeley, a new 14-week class entitled Starcraft Decal 09 has been added to the course catalog. Decal is, of course, the Democratic Education at Cal initiative, which offers student-taught courses and promotes the idea that students might be able to educate themselves.
Impossible.
Clearly. Anyhow, according to the syllabus, in addition to a background in calculus and differential equations, students are required to capture replay footage of at least 2 matches per week.
Matches Starfighters.
After perusing the week-by-week breakdown, highlights include Week 4's Army movement and positioning, Week 9's overloading the enemy, and my personal favorite, Week 8, which includes a 2-hour lecture on harassment. Really. I would have loved to sit in on the pitch meeting where the teacher was explaining the finer points of name-calling to a dean who was probably a member of the greatest generation. Though if you're playing Starcraft one night and notice that the taunts are getting a bit verbose or pretentious, you might be somebody's homework, so don't take it personally.
Noted.
If you attend UCB and you missed out on getting into Starcraft 09, there are still some other choice decal courses you might be able to get into, including the ethics of Star Trek, There Be Dragons, and beginner Scrabble. If any one of the 3 colleges I attended offered courses like this, maybe I would have finished one.
But probably not.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Slacker.
Well, look at the time on that. I promised your sister I'd pick her up at the clinic, so I better get going. For everybody here at Oh My God, This Week Was For The Win. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Woo! Yeah!